Morning, happy Saturday. Today I wanted to tell you guys about my health journey. I mentioned this in my previous video when I was trying CBD oil for the first time. But over the last 5 years, 2014 is when I first found bulletproof coffee and bulletproof radio, and that's kind of when I started taking control of my health, really trying different things. So today we're going to talk about that. My senior year of high school, I tore my ACL. Up until that point, until that surgery, I was perfectly normal. I could eat dairy, I could eat gluten. My skin was like any other normal person. I didn't struggle with inflammation. I was fine up until that surgery. It was after that surgery that things started to kind of fall apart. My skin started to get really bad. I was starting to hold on to inflammation a lot. My recovery was okay. It wasn't I would say it was just normal. I was at that time a athlete at a college that had great PT. I did all my rehab there, so I was well looked after. A year went by. I was still struggling with swelling and inflammation in my knee. I was okay, but I wasn't I didn't feel good like I did prior to having surgery. And that surgery, I was prescribed antibiotics. I was on pain medication, and I was continuing to take a leave just so I could participate in. I was a college athlete, so I had to have another knee surgery because I was just trying to do too much. And looking back now, it's obvious, but when you're in it, you're like, yeah, I'm fine, blah blah blah. So I had another knee surgery, and things just went off the deep end after that. At its worst, I remember this whole half of my face, I don't know if it was this side, but just being covered in open stuff, it was disgusting. And I went to the doctor, and they prescribed me I think it was a retinoid, but basically it's a chemical peel, a full-on chemical peel. It hurt like hell, and I didn't use it. I maybe used it for a week, and then I stopped because it was doing more damage than it was doing good. From there, things continued to fall apart. My left leg, which is the one that I had all the knee surgeries on, was a balloon half the time. For years, I wore Ted hose up to my hip-high Ted hose, just so I could walk and not. It was miserable. I was in a lot of pain. I was achy. My brain didn't work at all. I had no energy. It wasn't fun. And then I just started learning everything I could get my hands on. I discovered Dave Asprey, the Bulletproof Coffee guy, and he changed my life. I read the Bulletproof Diet book in one day, ordered the Brain Octane, listened to his podcast every day. And that's when I really started to dive into ketosis and learn about ketosis.
From there every now and then. And then you could ask people to vote.
There's no nutritional.
That's not true.
That is true. Kale, spinach.
How do you do that?
Okay, it doesn't.
If the salad bar can pass Dad's inspection, we're good. If you guys are new here, welcome to the channel. My sister and I run our juicery out of Northwest Ohio. Definitely check out the channel if you want to see behind the scenes of our juice shop. These are our big commercial cold pressed juicers. You can find so much stuff here if you're interested in the health food industry, the juicing industry. Definitely check out the channel.
I am.
It
doesn't look like I'm hungry.
And all cleaned up, wrapping it up here. We're gonna go work out, and then we'll continue talking about my health journey. All right, we are back. I think the last thing we were talking about was ketosis. So I started drinking bulletproof coffee every day, and I haven't stopped for 5 years now, 4 years. And bulletproof coffee, real bulletproof coffee, a tablespoon of Brain Octane oil, 2 tablespoons of grass-fed butter, and then some good quality coffee. Brain Octane oil in bulletproof coffee puts you into ketosis, even with like carbs being present, or eating carbs like late the night before. So you're in ketosis when you're consuming brain octane oil. The way that ketosis works is you're running off of fat instead of carbs. You're a lot more energy stable. Fats burn a lot slower, whereas carbs burn very quickly. And then if you don't eat more carbs, your blood sugar crashes, you kind of feel low energy. Ketogenic diet done right, you feel incredible on. But in the beginning of learning how to do ketosis, I was actually doing it wrong. I was staying in ketosis, and I needed to feel good. I need to come in and out of ketosis. I need carbs, and everybody's different. But for the majority, it's not safe. It's not healthy to be in ketosis long term. You just kind of want to dip in and out of it. So the mornings I spend in ketosis now, and I will break that fast with a juice normally for lunch. The beginning of my ketosis journey was really rough. At my heaviest, I remember weighing 179. I now consistently weigh in the 140s. And the beginning of ketosis, they call it like the keto flu. You are detoxing like crazy. It was really rough. The weight and the inflammation was literally just melting off of me, which is it was a crazy experience. That all of that weight that I was holding on to, all that inflammation in my legs and my ankles and feet, it was water weight, and it wasn't fat that I was holding on to. It was crazy, and things just started. It was a really rough experience, but I could tell like things were changing very quickly, and I was starting to feel a lot different. I started to like realize I needed to do some more research and kind of figure out what was going on when I was I was losing too much weight, and there were times where like my face was like, so you could tell my inflammation was just like non-existent. If you were stranded on an island starving, I was living in like those ketosis levels. So I didn't feel good, so I started playing around again. And my diet was mainly like meat and potatoes and butter. A lot of people think a ketogenic diet is cheese sticks, bacon. A ketogenic diet done well looks like a vegan diet covered in grass-fed butter. Vegetables covered in olive oil, covered in coconut oil, and low-carb vegetables like cabbage. I eat a lot of cabbage, rice. My diet isn't too exciting anymore because over the years it's shifted. My relationship with food has shifted from fuel rather than like a crutch. Through the years, I started to change my gut biome. Things were healing. It's just been a process. You learn one thing and you master it, and then you move on to the next thing and you master it. I would say after ketosis, after I learned how to finally like fuel myself, I started to discover vegetables. So I was eating, like just potatoes and meat and butter and coffee. And then around that time, we started going out on the juice truck. I started drinking juice. And as you start to drink juice, you start to crave vegetables. And that's when I started eating, instead of potatoes all the time, it was like, I'll make salads and do this and do that. And I started eating vegetables and I started drinking juice. I was healthy. I felt great. I would like with all this like newfound energy and my inflammation gone, I was doing the insanity videos, the hour-long original insanity videos every day. I was also running and working out. I was excited to have like that, to be myself again, but I was still struggling with my digestive system was not working properly, if you know what I mean. And I had developed all these food sensitivities to gluten, to dairy, to eggs. Eggs were bad for a while. I couldn't eat. So although I was feeling normal and my skin was starting to heal and things were really kind of turning around, I had to live in like a little bubble where I could only eat very strict things, and if I went off course, it was like a violent food reaction. And I'll still have those. Excuse me. I'll still have those here and there, but it's not to like normal foods like eggs or cheese or a glass of milk, it's like to something I know I shouldn't be eating. Like Monday, I ate a slice of pizza at Whole Foods, and I had to pull my car over for 30 minutes and sit there while I had this food reaction and let it go. Like, come back to where I could, like, drive a car again. And a food reaction can display itself in many different ways. But my worst ones have been my heart rate in the 140s, dizzy, feel like nausea. I'm so thankful for charcoal and bentonite clay and essential oils, and I've learned how to manage those. If I willingly put myself in this situation, like if I'm going out to eat with friends or family, I will take charcoal and I'll be ready for the food reaction, and I'll have that charcoal in my stomach. But if I'm caught off guard by something that I didn't expect, soy lecithin is in so many things that you don't think that it's in, and I react to soy lecithin. Ugh, food reactions are so annoying. That's probably the most healing my gut is the hardest thing I've had to do, and just getting it back to where it can handle the things that I throw at it on rare occasions where I know, like, or I just don't want to be the weirdo that's like not eating, because at this point I would rather not eat and be hungry than to risk it and eat something that I know I shouldn't have. So where are we in this timeline? This is going to be an hour video. Last year I really started learning, 2 years ago, I started learning, like, okay, I need some more help. I need some medicine. I need something that can help me heal. And that's when I dove into essential oils, and those have been game changing as far as my gut biome health. I did a full round of Dr. Eric Z's Candida gut treatment with tea tree oils and lavender essential oils, ingesting them, and I did a month of celery juice. You guys have probably watched that here on the channel. And that helped a lot. Like, I can eat eggs now. I can drink a glass of milk now without having to. The beginning of last year is when I really hit it hard. I did the celery juice. I did the essential oils, and I feel like that did a lot. My food reactions are few and far between now. My skin is so much healthier than it has ever been. I can't remember the last time I felt confident. It's been a very long time. If you have skin issues, you know, like, you look at everybody else and you see them and they all have clear skin. Like, that's all you see when you have skin issues. Like, you have beautiful skin. Why don't I have beautiful skin? And it's not like something you can cover. It's your first impression on everybody. If there's one thing that never want to go back to, is just dealing with skin issues. It's so frustrating. The only thing that really gets to my skin now is if I eat fried food or corn chips, I'll get welts along my neckline and jawline. And yet I will still eat a bag of corn chips at Chipotle. Another big part of my health journey was healing my hormone issues. My things got thrown off when I wasn't, I don't know if this is what it was, but I wasn't exercising like I normally did. I used to get these awful headaches once a month, and they were so bad to the point where I was like tracking them and like taking notes on them, because I was getting ready to like go to the doctor and be like, I'm getting these headaches, I don't know what they're from. Essential oils are incredibly healing for hormonal imbalances. I started diffusing essential oils, and that completely stopped them in their tracks. I haven't had a headache since. Essential oils were a huge part of my holistic healing. And I don't think you go looking for these remedies unless you've been like backed into a corner and failed by like the traditional conventional medicine. Like when I went for my knee surgeries, and that just did a number on me. And I went for my acne, and that just made it worse. I spent a lot of years on allergy medicine, and those made me feel like crap. The side effects, you just don't think about the side effects of all that stuff. And essential oils and juice and exercising, these don't have side effects. They all add things to our health. They don't take away, which is why I'm always going to be reaching from now on in my health journey for a holistic, something that's not going to do more damage than good. and it's frustrating because we all want to trust our doctors. I'm walking in there frustrated with half my face covered in acne, and I'm like, please fix this, and it just does more harm than good. But I don't think we go looking for other alternatives until we've kind of experienced the other side and know that it's not fun. So it's just been a building process, a learning process. Ketosis was game changing for me. 100% changed my life. I have all the energy and my brain works. We should never feel like strangers in our own body. I hated that feeling. Feeling like, oh, my skin is gross, or oh, my cankles are huge. Why do I feel like this? Your body should work the way that you want it to. Your brain should work all day, every day. And don't ever settle for anything less than that. You deserve to feel good. Be proud of the body that you live in. I feel 100 times better now at 27 than I did in my early 20s. My body works the way I want it to. My brain works the way that I want it to. I have more than enough energy to accomplish all the things that I want to accomplish in my day. That wraps it up for this video, guys. Thanks for watching. I will see you on the next one. Bye.